The St. Simon's Island couple is on one of those cruise ships, and they've actually been isolated in their room for weeks now, and they're wondering when and where this would all come to an end. On your sides, Robert Bradfield has their story tonight.
It was a vacation they spent a year planning. For their 45th wedding anniversary, Bob and Jennifer Broadus booked a bucket list cruise around South America.
It was a combination of fulfilling a dream and celebrating our marriage.
But less than a week into their 2-week cruise, the St. Simon's Island couple were told their trip was canceled, and the captain was looking to find a friendly port so passengers could head home. That proved harder than first thought. With many sick passengers on board, several countries turned them away.
That turned out to be no port at all through South America. So we've been at sea now for 21 days.
The couple haven't left their room for 12 days, having been moved from the Zaandam cruise ship to the Rotterdam, where the healthy passengers are kept. 4 people have died, including 2 attributed to the coronavirus. Still, the Broaduses say they are healthy and are ready to return home.
We're probably the safest people that can walk into Florida right now versus 2 weeks ago when Florida had tens of thousands of tourists and spring breakers flooding the beaches.
They expect to be flown to Jacksonville from South Florida either Friday or early this weekend. They have to pass a final health screening. Despite the ordeal, they commend the cruise company.
I will say that America has done an outstanding job of making us as comfortable as we possibly can be.
Robert Bradfield, First Coast News, on your side.